Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and we have 4 days, 13 hours, and however many minutes and seconds left until XRP Las Vegas. I'm about to have to get my bags out and start thinking about packing. That's how close we are now. Wanted to remind everybody, I've got, go in the description of this video, all the links are there. There is all that there is left is general admission and I think after party tickets. But there's also, and in my private group, daixrp.com, you can get discounts. I got 2 discounts in there. One of them is this, Future of Digital Assets. Now they've got if you use code 589, there's a 25% discount off this. And this Brad Garlinghouse, this is the dinner with him and several other people. He's going to do a fireside chat there. Also, now on Monday, I heard that they're going to increase the prices on these private dinner tickets. So, but the 589 discount will still work, but the prices on the event itself are going to go up on Monday. So if you're going to get tickets to this, you better go ahead and do it. futureofdigitalassets.com. All right. Check this out. This Finance a Lot had a couple of good tweets today. Remember, this is, he says, despite all the evidence, people somehow can't believe the Fed has intentionally caused every single economic crisis. I tend to agree because I've been through pretty much all of this. Yes, I've been through all of those. I didn't realize that was a clip from a movie. I hope that there's no, might have to cut that out. But let's make the point though. 1998 Asian financial crisis, banks, liquidity crisis, 2001 dot-com bubble, insolvency crisis, then 2008 Lehman Banks liquidity crisis, they bail out their friends, 2011 European insolvency crisis, they bail out their friends, 2020 the virus, banks liquidity crisis, there was more bailouts I think, 2024 insolvency crisis. See, I think he's on to something here. Now, when I've brought this, I've been talking about this for years now. When the history books of crypto are written, I believe that the PayPal Mafia, I've said it for a long time, I believe that they are going to be the ones that emerge. Maybe maybe a spotlight is never put on it, but I believe many members of the PayPal Mafia will be the guys who end up being behind most of the successful crypto in one way or another. So I just saw this tweet and thought I'd re-mention that. Now I don't know if there's copyright over this, but we've got another Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana marketing department is creating a new push to try to promote those 3 and to scare everybody out of everything else. And Laura Shin, as usual, is a part of it. And I said, it looks like the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana marketing department has just created a new campaign. Laura Shin got her talking points, and they're now calling this zombie blockchains. That's what they're trying to hang around the neck of anything that's not Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. So she's doing her job, and then Forbes is getting on. Remember, she was a Forbes contributor, or is. Forbes publishes good for nothing blockchain list. Okay, notice I don't think you're not going to see Bitcoin. I doubt you're going to see Solana. See, they're not going to put Solana in there, and they don't have Ethereum in there. They have Ethereum Classic. It's okay to bash that one, but everything else, isn't that funny how that works out, folks? And look, and what all roads lead back to the CCP and disguised whales and all of that. Wonder where Laura Shin's from, by the way. I like this tweet. I received countless direct messages inquiring about why I am so enthusiastic about promoting XRP. Allow me to explain. 1, majority of my investment portfolio consists of XRP. 2, XRP is undeniably the finest digital asset ever developed. 3, it possesses practical applications in the real world with significant partnerships established with prominent banks and corporations. 4, XRP surpasses Bitcoin, Ethereum in terms of speed, cost effectiveness, and environmental friendliness. 5, the recent victory against the SEC has confirmed that XRP is not classified as a security. 6, XRP is the only digital asset with legal, in all caps, needs to be in all caps, clarity. 7, Ripple, the company behind XRP, is currently stronger than ever. 8, brace yourselves for imminent utility bull run in the XRP market. I think that I'm hoping that that's what the next bull run is. And remember, and we'll remind you in a minute, I think I had something on, yeah, it's the next, actually let's show it here. I'll put it right here. This is a great reminder from Crypto, heading toward total market cap heading towards 200 trillion in the next decade. Brad Garlinghouse says this cycle could push the total market cap to around 5 trillion. Then looking ahead next decade, Raoul Paul says it's an exponential age and thinks it can go towards into the hundreds of trillions. I tend to agree with them. Okay. Then we've got this. This is Ryan Celus, who seems a little depressed about crypto lately. Says, I'm a single issue voter. I've been consistent and would argue ruthlessly effective on this point since crypto was shanked in mid-2021 by the infrastructure bill. I am not changing track now that we face either total defeat or path to massive long-term victory. I said, I agree. Can't wait to see which pro-crypto people didn't donate to John Deaton to defeat Senator Warren. John Deaton is the tip of the spear. So anybody that's talking like this who didn't donate to him, it should be a red flag for everyone. Saw this cool Ray Dalia clip about where he's explaining how fiat currencies will die. Watch this.
Indicators of when a fiat currency is going to decline and to collapse is when those who are holding its debt sell the debt, and the government, central bank, has to print money to buy that debt in large size while that's going down. Those are the most important indicators. So that you can see it, again, I want to repeat, selling the debt so that there's a big supply-demand imbalance, and the central bank having to come in there and buy the debt that no one else will buy in large quantity, so that then there's a currency devaluation. You have those three things aligned, the currency devaluation going down at the same time as those other two things are happening. And that's been a classic. It's like a bank run. They come to the bank, there's not enough money in the bank, and so they have to make up the difference by the printing of money.
There you go. Now, I saw a couple interesting clips going around about Ripple. These two clips, like you see these people like Laura Shin and all these people. I mean, golly, they're liars. They come out here and they're trying to act like XRP's a zombie chain and all this stuff and just watch this while you think about how stupid what they're saying is. And it's so intentional. I mean, these people should be held accountable for their, talk about misinformation.
Ripple for the past probably 7 or 8 years has really been working with mostly financial institutions, always with businesses, so we're a B2B company, to provide technology that allows for a more efficient movement of money cross border. But over time, as our customer base got more comfortable with the technology and saw the opportunity and saw that we were able to abstract the complexity away and really just deliver the benefit they were seeking, we then sort of went to this next step, which was addressing liquidity by leveraging a digital asset. In our case, we use one called XRP as a bridge currency. But to this next step, which was addressing liquidity by leveraging a digital asset. In our case, we use one called XRP as a bridge currency. But to this next step, which was addressing liquidity by leveraging a digital asset. In our case, we use one called XRP as a bridge currency between really a fiat transaction. So from the end user's perspective, they didn't really understand or need to understand that crypto was involved. All they saw was faster, it was cheaper, it was more reliable, it was available 24/7. So all big improvements on what was happening before. So we're licensed now in many states in the US. We have a bit license in New York. We've applied for licenses throughout the world. We have our major payments institution license recently granted by the MAS in Singapore. So over time, we really want to be that go-to place where you can move money quickly whenever you want, however you want, and then start to layer on these other building blocks, if you will. So custody, I heard was mentioned in the prior panel, super important. We made an acquisition there last year. A Swiss company actually named Medico is now part of the Ripple family. And you can imagine tokenization is on the list, et cetera.
Just imagine the liquidity that's about to come in. And then, of course, there's this classic, Ross Leckow, who explicitly emphasizes that Ripple guides the IMF on certain issues. See post below. Has worked for the IMF for 29 years and for the Bank of International Settlements for 4 years. The inner circle remains small and Ripple is closely associated with both. This is the old classic clip.
We are engaging very closely with the private sector and the industry, and last year put in place a high-level advisory group of industry leaders from the private and public sectors to help guide us in our work on fintech. I'm very happy to say that Chris Larson, one of the co-founders of Ripple, and Sapendo Mohante from the Monetary Authority of Singapore are both part of that group, and we're very grateful for the advice that they give us. We are engaging very closely with the private sector.
Whoops. Okay, and then finally I wanted to show you this. I thought this was a great quote. Cowboy Crypto, he's so right. Folks, I've seen this kind of talk that he's talking about here for years. The whole time we were uncovering ETHgate, I saw these kind of comments. So I identify, he says, I see one thing from accounts lately saying nothing will happen to these people, nobody ever gets caught. While this tends to be true, this is also a low energy mentality that allows these people to operate in darkness. Imagine if everyone thought this way and nobody stood up at all. There has to be resistance. By spreading true factual information, you are helping. Even if you think it's not working, it really is. Folks, I remember when we were uncovering ETHgate, and we heard this kind of crap all the time. And guess what? Does anybody listening to my voice believe that the SEC and consensus would be tied up right now if it wasn't for us uncovering ETHgate and all those tweets that everybody said didn't matter? Do you think that Empower would have basically forced an internal investigation at the SEC to investigate Hinman and all that? Do you think Empower would be suing the SEC for that list of names and who communicated with Bill Hinman if those tweets had not happened, if the videos had not been made? So he's right, and I would say there's many other derogatory terms you could come up with for the people with that low energy mentality. A lot. I mean, that's Loserville right there, folks. In DAIXRP.com, we're going to go in. I'm going to talk to you about, because look, we're here now, folks. I'm literally going to be getting out my bags to start seeing what I'm going to take and all that stuff today, probably. So look, we got 4 days, 12 hours. If you have not gotten your tickets, don't wait past today. This thing's almost a wrap, and they're busting at the seams right now because I've talked to Brad Combs. But I'm going to talk more about this in the private group about what I'm going to be doing behind the scenes. What's going on. In fact, I'm getting out my calendar right here so I can go over it and kind of let everybody know what I'm going to do, where I'm going to be, and all that stuff. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe. Hit the like button. Tell your friends and family that away we go.